Folks, we are live from the OC on game day today. You're probably wondering, game day? The NHL season's over. Florida Panthers, Stanley Cup champions, Oklahoma City Thunder, NBA champions. What game day? Baseball, it's always game day in baseball. What makes that special? Football hasn't started yet. Well, it's a special game day because David Shahi, why haven't we been on the pod recently? Because he's been in training camp.
Training camp's local.
He has been working the phones, trying to find a new deal, a landing spot, and we may have found one today. Shahi, you set the stage. Your agent gave you the call.
Yeah.
Lots of behind the scenes went into this, and it's game day. You're on your PTO still.
Yeah.
Let's. You want to break it down?
Yeah. Let me just throw a Chewy in here, Silk, and I'll let the people know kind of what I've been up to, why we've been away, and kind of what they can expect here from Shahi. 1 second here, folks. All right. Yeah, about a week ago, I was having a friendly dinner with a friend of the show, Mark Poliski, and his beautiful girlfriend, Ori. We don't need to get into her real name. Just a nice, lovely dinner at the Cactus Club, Richmond Center.
That you frequent often.
Vander Kane got his car valeted there. Might be the only guy ever, but we'll get into that later. By the way, congrats, Vander. Party Casino will be happy. Anyways, no, but seriously, went for dinner and having a couple drinks and they got their squad over there, Mark and Ori and they go, hey, Shai, like, what do you think? One more kick at the can, maybe you got one more in you. And I go, guys, I'm a veteran, have I let myself go in the last year or so? Yeah, I have, do I wish I had a contract? Yeah, I do, do I wish I was around the fellows and, in the mix? Yeah.
Still love the game.
I love the game. That's the reason why we do this show, so, I love the game and I still feel my body's got a lot left to give, and I just want to make a hockey team at the end of the day, right? At the end of the day, it's all about making a hockey team, and that's the opportunity that Poles and Ori gave me, and they told me, like, we'll bring you into camp, let's see what you got, try to get your boots moving a little bit here. We know it's not going to be perfect off the jump, but let's see where this takes us, and let's see where maybe we can be your forever home, right? And I thought about it for a day, and gave Poles the old call and said, I'm in. Let's see what happens here. Let's go. Let's see if I can make a hockey team. And I went into a really grueling, really mentally taxing 3.5 day training camp. Right. Lot of long hours on the Peloton.
So you hitting the bench.
Couple, fitness testing. So, got to make sure you still got it. And I think I still got it. I know I can't keep up with the young kids, right? But I'm a grizzled vet. Hey, what they got in their little fucking, the jump in their step and, young, dumb, and full of cum. And, I'm a veteran, right? Maybe I don't have as much fucking testosterone as some of these young kids, right? Maybe I don't have
the experience, right?
Maybe I can't fucking Michigan fucking flip pass to Sonny Milano, right? Maybe I can't do that. But what I can do is I can play the game. I can think the game, right? I can get myself out of jams. And that's kind of what I brought to camp. And every day that I didn't get the old pink slip in my locker, I knew, hey, I'm still here. Right? It's going to take a hell of a lot more to get rid of Shahi. And, try to spread some wisdom to the young kids at camp, and just try to be that veteran presence that this team needs. And they're one piece away. Maybe Shahi could be that piece. Going into today, I got a call from Ori and Pole saying I made the team, and I'm happy. But at the end of the day, hey,
it's a contract tonight.
We don't get into the numbers here, but it's a 1 year. It's a one way. It ain't, it's league minimum. It's league minimum.
Yeah.
Right. But hey, I'm in the game. That's all I can ask for.
You're on a contender.
I'm on a contending team.
Yeah.
This Chew is kicking my ass, by the way. I haven't chewed in a while, training camp. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. I think the first 10 minutes tonight, game 1 of the season, I think, being the veteran I am, all these young kids, we want to get in there, we want to get in there, we want to fucking stick hand, we want to toe drag, no. First 5 minutes. Simple plays.
Just easing in.
Simple plays.
Ease
Hey,
into the game.
hey, DD. Go DD a couple times, right? Hey, maybe hit that. Maybe hit the guy on the wall. Maybe don't hit the guy going up the middle of the ice and give him a suicide pass. Next thing you know, he's getting carried off on a stretcher, giving the crowd the little thumbs up, right? We don't need that. We need a solid first five, weather the storm. We're playing a road game.
Yeah.
Some of these young kids don't know how to play on the road, right? They don't know how to play on the road. Shahi does. I know how to play a road game. I've been there. I've done that. I've seen a lot of things in this league. And I truly feel that I have something to give. I have something left to give, and I'm going to give it tonight. And hopefully it's enough to get the 2 points.
Yeah, hopefully.
Right? Road game. I think, hey, first 5 minutes, don't try to be a playmaker, right?
Yeah.
Simple plays. Be a little bit, hey, what's a great 5-6 defenseman? You don't even notice him, right?
Exactly.
Hey, Troy Stetcher, don't even notice him, right?
Yeah,
but he's a fucking junkyard dog, right? I can be Troy Stetcher. I can be, a 2011 Johnny Oduya, right? I can be a fucking, a Mikel Roosevelt.
Tyler
right?
Myers.
I don't know. I was trying to stay away from Tyler Myers, but, I could be an Alex Viega in 2014, right? Rafael Diaz, right? Like some of these guys, right? Like veteran guys that were around for a while. Maybe they went to the European League. Maybe they came back, right? But I think tonight, I know I've been rambling on here, but I think tonight's it's a big night for Shahi. We've made a lot of montage videos. Maybe we can show at the end of the pod or whatever. But I think tonight I need all the support from the people at home. I've had some conversations with some superstars in the league. Trey Taylor, Tyler Horseman. My leader, Michael Gill, right? He gave me some words of advice. Ryan Zoo, he's a fucking goal scorer. And he was like, Shahi, he goes, I know what you can do. I know what you can bring to the table. He's like, go out there, play your game. And that's what I do. I got to play my game. And we'll go from there. Hopefully tomorrow morning, I can make a little video for the people at home and be like, hey, we got the 2 points. And, I'm happy to be on Team Ori and polls. And hopefully things work out for Shahi. But still, let's get into some stuff here. I think people at home, they want to know, we're two hockey guys. Let's talk about hockey here, right? Like Evander Kane, welcome to Vancouver, buddy.
Welcome back.
Welcome home, right? People at home, Kaner gets a bad rap, and I've been listening to some podcasts. I've been, doing my due diligence. Have I met Kaner? Yeah, I've met Kaner. Right? Yeah, he's a good guy, right? He's always at the Richmond Ice Center. He was getting his car valet to catch up Richmond. I didn't know you could fucking do that, but when you're Evander Kane, you can do whatever the fuck you want. What do you think the people at home can expect from Kaner this year? What do you think this adds to the Vancouver lineup?
It adds a sense of physicality they've lacked.
Yeah.
I think Kaner. Listen, I don't think he's going to come in here and ruin the locker room. I know.
Nope.
I know.
Can't do that. It's already ruined.
I know that's true, but I know that people are saying that Kane's going to come in. He's toxic. Blah blah blah. He's injured a lot of the time. The only reason he was looking good the last few years is because he's playing with Leon and Connor. But I'm expecting, is he a $5.25 million guy anymore? Probably not. Probably not. But I think
Cap's going up. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, but I think Kaner. If he plays, I'm expecting 60-ish games from him, somewhere in that 15 to 20 goal range. Good net front presence on the power play. I was just reading. They're trying to bring back Brock Besser.
We need Brock back in the city.
I don't think he's coming back. I think this was the whole point of the Kane trade. I think they hit up Brock to be like, hey, fella, this is our last offer. We know you're probably not going to take it, but
What do you think they offered him? Throw a number up there.
Kane's salary.
5.5
for but I don't think, and man, they probably even offered him 7, actually, to be honest. I just don't think Brock wants the,
No.
they're not giving Brock the term that he wants.
There's only so many nights you can spend in Yaletown. And hey, Brock's, he, good looking guy running around Vancouver. Hey, there's only so many chicks in the city, right?
He's taken, I saw.
Is he taken?
Yeah. With that flow.
Oh, yeah. With that flow, even his chick probably knows, he's probably got the old Gumar or whatever. But anyways,
But yeah, I think Kaner is going to be a good ad here. And worst case scenario, he's got 1 year left on his deal. If he starts acting up, you send him home. So right, that's a worst case scenario. So I think Evander, he's going to do well here. Do I think this is a long-term thing? I don't. I do think that I like to move in a vacuum. I do think the Canucks just would have been better off spending the money elsewhere. That's my only thing with it. I don't think this is what they need to do. But you're not giving up anything. A 4th round pick. Like,
And like I think he comes in here. He's like, hey,
he's
no
fighting
offense.
for his NHL life here, right?
I don't know if he's fighting for his life. He'll be in the league for a while more, I think. But I think you bring back a hometown kid. For every one that fucks up, the next one usually does well, right? Like Stetch came in, did a good job. Vertanen came in, right? Kaner comes in, hopefully does a good job. There's something about that, right? Like, we're two Vancouver kids, right? I know like, you got the Canadians and I got wherever Tails is at, and
Me too.
yeah. But seriously, there's something about coming home, Rogers Arena, like looking around, being like, hey, like I went that guy in I went that chick in 2012, and I went that chick in 2016, and like she's been trying to go me since 2017, and whatever. Like, but like you get your chance to come home, be a hero, Kaner, be a hero. Maybe he comes in, and maybe he looks at Pettersson, and he's like, hey, fucking, I gotta teach this kid some stuff, right? Maybe he looks at fucking Quinn Hughes like, hey, maybe like be a little more vocal, folks. We got a special caller coming in here, the thoroughbred himself. 1 second here, I'll introduce him to the people. All right, folks, we got the Kentucky Derby thoroughbred, Bailey. Hung not Bailey Lote. Drew, how you doing, fella? Say hi to the folks here. You're live on Nothing's Offside.
What's up, fella? How you feeling?
Yeah, good.
Just getting in a good old blue collar Friday shift. Gonna go home soon and then go swing the sticks and get slotted like you are, fella.
Yeah, fella. It's game day for me here. I'm trying to make I made a hockey team, but at the end of the day, every day in this league's a privilege. You don't take any day for granted, and just trying to every day, got to earn your spot, got to earn your ice. So that's my mindset here today. Low. I did tell the people at home, we did do our little recap of training camp here. You were a big help for me. You're always in my corner. I can always rely on you. Lote, just for the people at home who maybe don't know Shahi's character, just give them a couple character traits that like maybe they don't know about Shahi. Maybe give them a quick little story about Shahi. Just what Shahi means to you.
Well, oh man, Shahi. I mean, every time I see Shahi, he's coming up to me. Every time I see Shahi, he's coming up to me, asking me if I need anything. So
yeah.
That just shows you how much of a character he is and how much he cares about the people around him. Another thing, I think he's always just lighthearted. He's always looking for a good time. And I think the biggest thing I find out everyone that says things about Shahi is that he's a true glue guy. So
yeah, no, that's what I'm trying to bring to the lineup tonight. And Lote, I just we wanted to thank you over here. You're more than a friend of the show. You're the thoroughbred himself. So
thank you, fella. Good to hear from you.
Good to hear from you, Lote. I'll make sure we'll catch up here maybe tomorrow or whatever. I'll give you a little recap. But for the people at home, you young single girls, hit Lote's line. He's all hey. He's always got that. He's always phone. Hey. That phone's always ringer's always on. The ringer's always on for Lote. If you're a young single chick and like maybe you think, am I good enough for a thoroughbred? Hey, don't worry about it. Thoroughbred will treat you right, treat you tight. He's Kentucky Derby all the way. So Lote, my money's always on you, fella. I'm always in your corner. You're always in my corner. We won a championship together. We won a championship together, and hopefully I can bring that championship mentality tonight. So Lote, it's a road game. I got to get ready here. It's a road game.
Yeah.
Hostile environment. But thanks for calling in here, Lote. Love you.
Hey, money's on you tonight, kid. Hey.
Money's on me?
Yeah, tonight.
Yeah. Thanks, fella. I appreciate that.
All right. Have a good one, buddy.
Okay, Lote. I'll talk to you later, buddy.
Peace.
That was Kentucky Derby thoroughbred Andrew Lote. Hell of a body. Anyways, we'll continue on here. So just getting through that. So Kaner, good ad, hey?
Good ad. Low risk, high reward.
Low risk, high reward. I think it's going to do great. We're all Canucks, and
nope.
Fuck it. We're
all Stars and Habs.
And sometimes Canucks.
No.
Fuck it. Whatever. Who cares? I think the Canucks are going to make the playoffs. Kaner's going to go on a run. Next off here, we just want to wish congratulations. Speaking of the Canucks, I want to wish congratulations to those boys in Abbotsford. Arsh Baines, he had a hell of a finals. He ripped our hearts out. When we were up there playing that series against the old Abbey Canucks, he took out our Texas Stars. I battled as much as I could that series,
and our Charlotte Checkers,
and our Charlotte Checkers. That's a long season for Swords. He gets to go hang out with Ovi now. Shout out Swords.
Yeah. Underrated move of the offseason.
Underrated move. I think most underrated move of the offseason so far. Right after everybody's like JJ Paterka, fuck off. Justin Sordiff's going to be a fucking moneymaker for the Capitals.
I agree.
Just congrats to those boys. They didn't get a parade. They had to go into their fucking barn in Abbotsford
and make people pay $5 each to get in.
But
we're not selling the team, right, Francesco? There you go.
No, Francesco, congratulations, fella. Like that. It's a big deal. Calder Cup, baby. Hardest trophy in sports to win. Longest trophy. I thought this shit was going to go on until fucking August 1st. But congrats, boys. Let's get into some of these signings or some of these trades here. We got JJ Paterka going to Utah, hanging out with the Mormons down there. Quick story about JJ Paterka actually brought to my attention yesterday. I was on Twitter, and Craig Rivet and another guy in Buffalo, they got a podcast. They were pretty much calling JJ Paterka a booze bag. Did you hear this?
Well, I don't think those Sabres fans should be talking because they haven't seen a fucking ounce of meaningful hockey in 15 years.
So just quickly, just getting into this, this little podcast clip, you guys can look it up if you just fucking type in JJ Paterka on Twitter. This clip will pop up. It's Craig Rivet, and I forgot the other fella's name, but they pretty much said, hey, he was more concerned about having a good time and boozing and on Chippewa Street than he was about, helping the Sabres, win hockey games. But at the end of the day, when Sabres, they don't win a whole lot, right? What are you going to do? You want to go hang out in your room and fucking sulk and cry and get depressed and end up in the player assistance program? No. Right? You want to go Chippewa. You want to have a couple wings, have a couple beers, right?
Watch a couple Josh Allen.
Watch a couple of Josh Allen touchdowns. I don't blame JJ one bit. One thing I will say, JJ, that beer you're having in Buffalo, yeah, fella, you ain't getting that in fucking Mormon country. That's 3.25% beers. So you're probably going to have to crush 16 to feel like you've had 4 in Buffalo. But I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move. I think it's a good move for Utah, and I think it's an underrated move for Buffalo. You get Michael Kesselring. I think he's a good defenseman.
Good
I think he's a good
shot.
Good number 4.
Yeah.
You get Josh Doan. The pedigree there.
Yeah, right? we got some connections on the pod.
Yeah, Josh Doan. Former billet brother of our boy Tails. From everything we've heard, great guy.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah. He obviously is. He was just welcoming him into his home. Right.
Yeah. Hopefully we can get Josh on the pod one day, and I think he's going to be a hell of a player in this league for a long time. And
maybe we could get Doan and Levi.
Yeah. Maybe we're a Sabres pod. I don't know. Probably not.
Probably not.
Yeah. But anyways, I think that's a good move. Some other moves that happened around the league. Jamie Benn said, I'll pay you guys if I can stay in Dallas, and he's back in Dallas. That just tells you what a good guy Jamie Benn is. He probably was like, well, I want to hang out with Tails, and I want to hang out with Ayrton Martino, friend of the pod over here, and new friend of Shahi, friend of Dave Silt, obviously, and hopefully, Jamie Benn can teach some wisdom to the boys in training camp and be like, hey boys, I ain't gonna be here forever. We maybe we need a guy to take his fucking visor off and skate around out here with no visor, right? I think it's gonna be a hell of a move. I think that's a hell of a move by Jimmy Neal to bring back Jamie Benn. Unfinished business over there in Dallas, and I think they're gonna be good next year. Again,
obviously, yeah, we know
they're gonna make some more moves. They got to hire a head coach, obviously. But hopefully Neil Graham, Tails' coach, right?
Yeah.
He's, from everything we've heard or everything we've seen, that's a hell of a coach they have over there. And I think they just bump that guy up, let him run the big squad, and they'll be great again. Hopefully win a cup, right? So that's Dallas Stars hockey there for you.
We got John Tavares re-signed with the Leafs on a pretty team-friendly deal.
He did?
Yeah.
Is this fucking...
No, it's been like 3 hours.
3 hours. Oh, I've been in training camp. Sorry.
4 years at 4.38 per year.
Whoa.
For Johnny T.
Whoa.
So that's great.
You can sleep in those fucking pajamas.
As much as I hate the Leafs, that's great asset management, I believe.
Yeah, everything I've heard about Johnny T, doesn't booze, doesn't do anything really besides fucking worry about the Maple Leafs. So Good job, tree living. Way to bring him back. Yeah.
And also, Mitchie Marner's probably gone. In my opinion.
Where's he going?
Oh, he's going to Vegas.
You going to Vegas?
He's going to Vegas. Yeah, I've seen rumors that he's going to be joining our boy in Dallas, but they just don't.
There's a lot of. I mean, being a guy who's been to Vegas a couple times, there's a lot of dudes who look like Mitchie Marnie running around over there in Vegas. So I think he'll fit in perfectly. Probably get taken advantage of by a couple classy chicks at the old Spearmint Rhino. But hey, if you're making fucking 12, 13 million tax free, who gives a fuck? Give the money to Spearmint Rhino. Who cares? That'll be good for Vegas. They'll probably fucking freak out after they lose in the second round to the Dallas Stars and trade everybody anyways. But yeah, good for Mitchie Marnie. Who else do we got here? We got
Do we get into the big one? The big one that happened today?
Yes, it was the big one.
Noah Dobson.
Yeah.
Montreal Canadiens.
Yeah.
I guess people want to hear my perspective on this.
Yeah, I want to hear your perspective here.
Personally, so this has been rumored for a few days now. It sounded like it was down. I don't want to go on too long of it because I'm going to be honest. I haven't watched much New York Islanders hockey in the last couple of years.
No,
I
don't think people in New York. I don't think people in Long Island have watched a whole lot.
They're a boring team. I just know Noah Dobson, 23-24 season, he put up 70 points, 60 plus assists. Two defensemen last 2 years had 60 plus assists in a year.
Yeah.
Noah Dobson, Lane Hudson. We got them both.
Yeah.
I will say it is tough to part with the 16th and 17th pick. But everything I've listened to, I've read, I'm going to be honest, I don't know an ounce of anything about these players in this draft. But everything I've seen and read is that even the guys going in the top 5, top 10, they're not expected to play in the league for the next 3 to 5 years.
Yeah.
So, and we don't have time to wait.
No.
We got to take advantage of this rookie window that we got right now.
Yeah.
And so 16, 17 sucks to part with a bit, but, we got to get an impact player.
Yeah.
And I will say to you, New York Islander fans, you're going to like Emil Heineman.
Yeah.
I think
he does fuck all, but you'll like him.
He works hard.
Yeah.
He drives the net. No skill. No skill. But, if you put him on a line with
he's like Brendan Gallagher without the grit.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
tall.
Unfair. And tall.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's gritty. But Emil Heineman, you'll notice him on TV. You'll notice.
Yeah, you'll notice him when
unless Patty Waugh sees him turn over the puck once and he's like, "You're done. You're going down to our farm team." But I think I'm going to make a bold prediction right now. Emil Heineman outlasts Patrick Waugh with the New York Islanders.
Is Patty Waugh still there?
Yeah.
All right. Well,
but then we signed Dobby to that's what we're going to call him now. By the way.
Yeah,
Dobby.
you signed
9.5 mil per year.
You might as well give him the keys to the city.
Yeah, I know it's maybe a bit expensive, but it's with this rise in cap. It's not. We're not paying anyone $10 million. That was my whole thing. Once we start paying these guys, Lane Hudson's got to be the highest paid guy on the team. He's the best player on the team, probably. Yeah. So as long as Noah Dobson's not out making Lane Hudson, which you won't, I like the direction of the team.
I like it.
I'm going to be honest. I think we'll make the playoffs next year. But progression's not linear, right? So we can make the playoff. We can miss the playoffs and be a better team. So
the one thing I will add is this kid Dobson, right? I like his game. I think he skates real well.
From PEI.
From PEI. Can't be a bad guy if he's from the Maritimes. Yeah. One thing I will say though is Dobby, if you're listening, fella, me being the veteran I am, I can maybe spread some words of wisdom to you here. You're from PEI. You played on Long Island. You're going in to fucking Quebec, and not just anywhere in Quebec. You're going to MTL. You're going to Crescent Street. You're fucking hanging out on Rene Levesque. Keep your fucking head on a swivel, fella. There's going to be chicks throwing themselves at you every which fucking direction. It's Montreal. You're in the shit. Okay? Don't get distracted like some other guys in that city have. Okay? Play your game. Let everything else come to you, right? You're going to have your pick of the litter from any chick in the city. You're going to have guys being like, come to our bar over here, have fucking, an unlimited bar tab. Come over here and hang out at Chez Paris, right? Dobby. Hey,
just focus on puck.
Focus on the puck. Hey, don't worry about the distractions, right? Some of these young kids, you guys just made a playoff run in Montreal, right? I know some of these kids are probably fucking still there hanging out, partying in Montreal. Relax, boys. Hey, hey, you guys made the playoffs. Imagine if you win a fucking round. That city will they'll give you anything and everything that you want. Okay, Montreal is a hell of a place to play when you're winning. Okay, when you're winning, you probably commit murder and get away with it in that city, right? Like, fuck. Okay, like let's go. Allez Montreal, Allez les habitants, right? Let's go. We'll be up there some point next season watching a game, right?
Hopefully a Stars game.
Yeah. But no, that's good. That's good on Dobson. Congrats on the money. You're rich.
Ken Hughes, great move again.
Ken, yeah.
He obviously knows what he's doing.
Yeah, no, he knows exactly what he's doing.
But yeah, good move so far. Free agency in the next few days.
Should we get into a little bit of the draft talk here?
Yeah, we can.
Okay,
you got anything in mind you like?
I just want to talk about James Higgins for a second, right?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I don't know. I ain't.
Like we haven't been looking at these prospects. I just know this guy was projected to be the number one pick at the start of the year, and then all of a sudden I see he might fall a ton tonight. So, I'm gonna make a bold prediction now.
You think he goes to the Isles?
I do. I think this was all about.
Do they trade back, or do you think they just take him with one?
No, they're gonna trade back in. They're gonna take Schaefer at one. D-man. Now that Dobson's gone, they need defenseman.
So what do you think they got to trade? They got to trade into the top 5 to grab Higgins?
My sources are telling me that keep an eye on that Bruins pick at 7. If he's
you think he lasts until that pick?
I do. That's what everyone's saying.
Wow.
All my sources are telling me that if he's going to fall tonight. In my mock that I posted yesterday, I actually have him going 9 to join our buddy Josh Doan in Buffalo.
Whoa.
But I don't personally. I think keep an eye on that Bruins pick at 7. I think it makes a ton of. First of all, it makes a ton of sense for Boston to bring the BU kid or the BC kid home to Boston. Another team I've been hearing is the Penguins want to move up for him.
Whoa.
Get Sid there, but I do think it's going to be the New York Islanders. Apparently, they're going to be pretty active tonight.
This kid was on. Did you listen to the most recent Spit and Chicklets?
Yeah, he grew up as an Isles fan. Yeah,
this guy pretty much said, "I'm an Isle already." So I don't know how fucking Lou Lamoriello, he's not even there. Who the fuck's the GM?
Matthew Darsh.
I don't know. Hey, Darsh, I don't know if you're going to swing this fella, but this kid pretty much said that he'll quit hockey if you don't draft him. So
and also, can we talk about how old we are now with these kids coming into the league? On that episode, I saw James Hagan talking about how he was, how long ago? He was 10, 11 years old when John Tavares made his return to New York.
Yeah.
And he was at that game. Holy shit.
We were probably at a Club Buck or something that day. Jesus.
I was 2018. I was 16 years old.
Yeah.
And Johnny T was just coming back to. I remember when Johnny T got drafted by the Isles. I remember I had to rush home from elementary school because I was like, "Mom, we got to watch the draft. I got to see who the Habs were taking." We ended up taking fucking Louis LeBlanc at 14 overall.
What do you think Louis is doing these days?
He's going to be on here for this. We might see him at the pool.
Yeah.
You might see him tonight. Behind the bar.
Yeah.
These kids. I saw from 2018 some photo of Michael Misa in some U10 thing or U12 thing like this.
How old are these kids? 06, 07s?
Oh, it's 07s, yeah.
Yeah. Wow.
So,
but one, just quickly again on Higgins, like, he grew up on Long Island. He probably started smoking cigarettes at 7. Probably hanging out with the old Goombas in New York. Probably knows a guy who knows a guy. So he's probably been around, seen some things. I think he'll do well on the island
if he gets there. Yeah.
I think he does get there. I think otherwise he's probably fucking, he's probably doing some sort of racket with, one of the 5 families over there. I think, I'm curious. I used to be a big draft. I used to be like, oh my God, look at this. I don't give a fuck anymore. Make the league. We'll care about you. Okay. Like, let's go. Come on now. Sign a contract. We'll care about you. This draft's a whole fucking charade too. Anyway, some of the best players in the goddamn league were undrafted, right? Future Norris Trophy winner Trey Taylor, undrafted, right? Like, come on now. At the end of the day, congrats to all these kids, though. It is a big day for them. Let's be serious. It's a big day. We here at Nothing's Offside, we want to wish all these kids who are, hoping to get drafted tonight, kids who even don't get drafted, don't worry about it. Keep working. Don't end up like me and Silk. Don't be doing a podcast when you're 24. Hopefully you're still playing hockey. But at the end of the day, congrats to all these guys who do end up getting drafted. That's a hell of an achievement, and you guys can forever say that you guys were NHL draft picks.
Last thing I'll say on Higgins.
Yeah.
Patty Alvin, go trade up. If he's starting to fall,
that'd be a good,
go trade up Patty Alvin.
Yeah, Patty.
Make a deal they can't refuse. I'm looking at one of those Penguins picks at 10 or 11 or 11 or 12, whatever. 11 and 12.
Yeah.
Move up. They don't need back-to-back first-round picks.
No.
Nobody needs back-to-back first-round picks.
No.
You see what they can turn into? Noah Dobson.
Yeah.
Right? So, Patty Alvin, if that would be maybe one of the best Canucks moves of the last decade.
Yeah.
If you can find a way to trade up for James Higgins. Don't think it's going to happen, so don't get your hopes up. But I'm just saying, if I'm the Canucks.
Any local kids that are in this draft that we should be talking about here?
Not that I'm aware of, to be honest. That just shows how distant I am from this draft.
Yeah.
It's once you start getting older than the guys, you're just done.
Yeah. No, but
like our time's coming past.
Yeah, our time's coming past. We're veterans now. But at the end of the day, that's our draft talk. I'm still, I got my own problems to worry about tonight.
Yeah, you want to just end it off here talking about the night?
Yeah, let's talk a little bit more about the night tonight.
Yeah. So we know huge game day. We're not going to reveal any names here.
We could.
Well, no, we won't. We won't make a good first impression, right? We don't want to be starting leaking stuff to the media.
Yeah. Some of these media guys are scumbags.
Yeah. So do you want to just tell us what are your goals for tonight? How do you want to make your presence known? What's the game plan going into it?
Yeah, I think the big thing is I feel prepared enough to the point where I'm not going into this game tonight, game one of the season. I'm not going in there nervous. I've been around. I've seen some things. I'm going in there. I want to make a good first impression, but at the end of the day, it's like, can I weather the storm? It is a road game, right? I want to weather that storm for the first 10 minutes, right? Like, I know, hey,
take a couple hits,
take a hit, give a hit, get involved in the game a little bit, get the feel, right? Hey, once you take that hit, you might go down, right? It might be a big hit. The crowd might be fucking chanting, like, oh my God, what a fucking hit. But at the end of the day, you're in the game. You're in the game, right? Play responsible. As the game goes on, I want to be that playmaker that I know I was in the past, right? Maybe walk the line in the ozone, right? Feel the puck on my tape, maybe fucking maybe look off poles and slide it to Ori, and she slides it back. Next thing you know, fucking I'm tickling twine, right? Like, we'll see where it goes, right? There's going to be adjustments that are going to be made, right? Honestly, going into that first period, right? Like that first intermission, sorry. I know Paul is probably gonna have some words for me, and we can kind of go over some things and see what adjustments we have to make. Big thing from Tails was what kind of forward check are you going to be seeing tonight? I'm like, hey, maybe they're passing, maybe they're doing a 1-2-2, right? Maybe they're only sending one guy, right? Maybe they're going hard, right? Maybe we can force this kid to make a mistake, right? Maybe they're going, maybe they're chipping pucks in my corner and they're sending two, right? Maybe I pull us. Hey, fella, reverse, right? I reverse, now I'm up in the play, right?
Exactly.
Big thing is no turnovers at the Blues, right? We can't be turning pucks over at the Blue. And just trying to play a greasy road game where at the end of the day, the only thing you worry about is the 2 points, right? Get those 2 points, get off to a good start in the season. Maybe hopefully be a plus player, maybe get a second assist, right? Right. And then as the game goes on, I think the confidence builds, and next thing you know, right, maybe I'm first start of the game.
Exactly.
Right. Let's not get carried away, right? But hey, I am a veteran.
That's the dream.
I'm making my return to this league that I've loved and I'll continue to love forever. I'm just going in there with a mindset that, hey, only thing that I'm worried about is 2 points. I know some of these young kids, they're like, hey, I want to get my first NHL goal. Hey, I want to get my first, I want to have a toe drag. I want to fucking try in Michigan. No, that ain't my game. I'm getting pucks on net. I'm getting pucks in deep, and I'm
draw a couple penalties, maybe.
Yeah, trying to get my boots moving, right? Maybe be a little bit of an agitator tonight, right? Maybe give a kid a shot in the old ribs, right? Like, we'll see where the game takes us. But the only thing I care about is the 2 points.
There you go. So, you got anything else to add here today, or you want to just start getting back to work, getting back to the drawing board?
Let's get back to the drawing board.
Final touches on the night.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's short and sweet. You don't over saturate you guys.
Yeah.
We gotta make these pods. Don't make these pods too long. Shahi's got a big night tonight. We can't let his mind ramble.
No.
Or his mind wander.
Yeah.
We just got to focus on the task at hand. That's picking up those 2 points.
2 points. 2 points. That's all I'm worried about.
There we go. So thanks for tuning in. Wish Shahi luck tonight.
Yeah.
That's all we got. How do you feel, Phil?
Yeah, no, I feel good. I feel as good as I can. Short camp.
Coming off LTIR.
Yeah, coming off LTIR, short camp, but I feel good. Got the boots moving last night. Took the option this morning. Didn't do morning skate. Took the option. Being a veteran in this league, some kids like, oh, I want to get on the ice. I want to make sure I'm not. No. Hey, you do the work before game day. Game day, so you're ready for the game. Some guys need to go on the ice, get their touches. I'm a veteran. I know. Hey, maybe I did a couple stretches. Right. Did a bike ride. Right. Did a bike ride. Got the boots moving a little bit. I feel good. I feel good going in this. And hopefully I can make the listeners and the viewers at home proud.
Exactly. There we go. Like I said, wish I.